It's ride or die. And what's happening right now, the devil is putting forth images and making final attestations and final commentaries put forth to show you what he's doing. Look at these pictures right here that are just coming out right now as I'm standing here. These are pictures of the devil's plan as for right now and what he's doing. And he uses the idols and the images of the folks that he controls to get his job done. This is representing Beyonce's new album called Renaissance. You see her there on a white horse, on a red horse, all in black, a black horse, and a pale horse, almost naked, almost completely butt naked. White horse, red horse, black horse, pale horse, harlot rides the beast. The devil telling you, I'm coming for you. The four horses of the apocalypse have been loosed. Everything you see down here right now is representative of the end time, and Satan is making his last stand. We're living through Revelation 12, where Michael the archangel is warring against Satan and his angels. She sits on it naked, just like the devil's former example of the Antichrist, who was a naked prince on a white horse. Y'all remember that, do you, back in the day? Your power, you got to be brought down to total degradation. He got to level you out. It's no telling what movie she got to make. Her videos got to be filthy. It's got to be leveled out. At some juncture in your life, you got to make up your mind. Are you in or are you out? Over there, one man stand against the New World Order, Putin. You got it all wrong looking at that. That guy trying to hold on to a nation state that they want to have absorbed into the one world system. He got to be stopped. Like Saddam Hussein, like Muammar Gaddafi, like Donald Trump. Anybody want to maintain a nation state when the Antichrist is coming to power, they must be stopped. Because the devil comes to earth and he's taking over the whole deal. 10 economic zones set up, 10 economic czars, and one world ruler. And they are all wonder after the beast. This girl is just telling you the forerunner has come. He gives the queen witch the authority to announce his coming. The first white horse is a false Christ. See, they're going to think peace and safety. Christ has come. The anointed one has come. But followed by what? A red horse of war. A black horse of famine and pestilence. And what's the pale horse? Death to the Christian. If you think that this child is showing you a white, red, black, and pale horse just on a happenstance, just a nuance, just make believe, she don't know what she's doing, buddy, you better think again. If you don't think that the harlot rides the beast and she don't know that, you better think again.
At the break of dawn on the 7th of October 2023, Hamas operatives based in Gaza launched yet another war in a region that has seen more wars than any other in history. Using a massive barrage of thousands of rockets and using technology and aggressive tactics, they broke through the heavily protected border into Israel. They hit military targets. What stunned Israel and shocked the world was their attack against civilians in communities and at a music festival where thousands had gathered. The body count is still rising, but thousands were killed.
Принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
Putin called this a special military operation, but it's clear this is a full-scale invasion.
Была паника, истерика, слезы.
Как у нас пламя было выше дома.
We're like in a cellar. I'm not sure if it's like deep enough.
Over me or in me. I was invoked. It was in me. And he announced himself. He said, I am happy. And he showed himself as a fat person that you couldn't tell if it was a male or a female. He said, they're on to you. If they call you, they're on to you. She said that the phone rang. Like a regular house phone. We had house phones at the time. I picked the phone up, and it was these New Wapians. And they was asking me for money. For the thing that they little temple they had. They asked me for $25 to be exact. So after I hung up the phone, and I was like, who are you? I was like, what do you want with me? He said again, he said, I am happy. He said, tonight, through you, I release pestilence. I was like, you release what? I was like, pestilence? I said, Cal, bring me the dictionary. Because I didn't know what that meant. So I'm looking up pestilence. I couldn't find a word. I said, what is a pestilence? And he enunciated it. He said, pest-style. I was like, oh, I spelled this shit wrong. So I look up pestilence. And it said the bringer of death. And it talked about the pale horse in the Bible. He said, to let you know that this day is real, Larry will die of AIDS. And I came up out of that trance. Kev, listen what happened. I told her. I got up the next day and I went over to my sister's house. I was like, yo, some wild shit happened to me yesterday. Because things always happen to me and my whole family, my bloodline. So I was like, some wild shit happened to me yesterday. She was like, what? I told her. She was like, wait a minute. She said, no, I had a dream last night. I was a red horse. And I was riding the back of this red, and she was telling all this fire she was coming with. Shit, I'm like, what? My next to the oldest sister was in her basement. And she goes, we call her Landy. Landy. Beautiful white horse. She was talking about it. I said, oh, they didn't know what it was yet. I got it. I picked it up when Tina said, I said, oh my God. I said, call Puddin'. That's my oldest sister. It was 4 girls and 1 boy, and he's the baby. He was a twin. His twin died. And he just had a twin, and the twin died. Anyway, so what's that? I don't know, but listen. We called my oldest sister. I said, yo, Pudge. We call her Pudge. Pudge, what you dreamed last night? She said, wow, that's funny. I was just sitting here telling whatever man name. She was like, I was just telling him, yo, I dreamt I was a big black horse. Like I was on the back of this big black horse. I'm like, oh my God, y'all, we just dreamt. This bloodline, because we the McDaniels, we from the tribe of Daniel. I said, we just dreamt, we have the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.